If you're over 60, there's a silent change happening inside your body right now. It's not pain, it's not a sudden illness, it's the slow loss of strength that makes simple things feel harder than they used to. You may notice it when standing up from a chair, when carrying groceries, when climbing stairs that never used to bother you. This isn't weakness of will, and it's not just old age, it's muscle loss. And for millions of adults over 60, it quietly steals independence year by year. Here's the emotional truth. Muscle is not just about looking fit. Muscle protects your balance, your bones, your blood sugar, your ability to live on your own terms. Yet after age 60, most adults lose muscle every single year, often without realizing it. Doctors call this process sarcopenia, but you don't need a medical word to feel its effects. You feel it when your legs feel unsteady, when fatigue shows up faster than before, when your body doesn't respond the way it once did. And here's the most concerning part. Many well-meaning seniors unknowingly make this worse. They eat less because their appetite changed. They skip protein because it feels heavy. They rely on toast, tea, and quick snacks instead of real nourishment. It feels harmless. It feels normal. But over time, the body gets a dangerous message. I don't need muscle anymore. So the body lets it go. But this is where hope enters the story. Because muscle loss is not a one-way road, and you do not need extreme workouts, supplements, or painful routines to fight back. In fact, one of the most powerful tools to protect and rebuild muscle is something you already use every day. Food. Not trendy food, not expensive food, not gym bro food, but simple, familiar foods that send a clear signal to aging muscles. Stay strong, stay active, stay alive. Many seniors are shocked to learn that a few small changes at the dinner table can slow muscle loss, protect strength, and support better movement, even well into the 70s and 80s. And no, this is not about eating more. It's about eating smarter. When you understand which foods truly nourish aging muscle, everything changes. Energy improves, confidence returns, daily life feels lighter again. But here's the catch. Most people are focusing on the wrong foods, or they're missing a few critical ones that make all the difference. In the next part, I'll explain, clearly and simply, what sarcopenia really is, why it happens faster after 60, and the common everyday mistakes that quietly accelerate muscle loss. And then, step by step, we'll uncover the essential foods that help your muscles fight back. Don't go anywhere. What you're about to learn could change how strong you feel for years to come. Let's slow this down and make it simple. Muscle loss after 60 does not happen overnight. It builds quietly, year by year, often without pain. Your body is constantly breaking down old muscle and rebuilding new muscle. When you are younger, this process stays balanced. You break down muscle, you rebuild it easily. But with age, that balance changes. After 60, your body becomes less responsive to the signals that tell muscles to grow and stay strong. This is sometimes called anabolic resistance. In plain terms, it means your muscles need clearer support than they used to. If they don't get that support, the body chooses efficiency over strength. It keeps what it thinks you use, and slowly lets go of what it thinks you don't. That's why legs weaken first. That's why grip strength fades. That's why balance becomes uncertain. Now here's something important. Muscle loss is not only about movement, it's deeply connected to nutrition. Many seniors eat less protein than their bodies need. Not because they don't care, but because eating habits change with age. Appetite shrinks. Digestion feels slower. Heavy meals feel uncomfortable. So people reach for easier foods. Toast, crackers, soup without substance, sweet tea, a small pastry. These foods fill the stomach but don't nourish muscle. One of the biggest mistakes seniors make is eating light instead of eating complete. Another common mistake is spreading protein too thin across the day. A small bite here, a small bite there. Muscle needs a clear signal. It needs enough protein at one time to know it's worth rebuilding. Then there's fear. Some seniors avoid protein because they've been told it's hard on the body. Others avoid strength-supporting foods because of cholesterol myths or outdated advice. But modern understanding is clearer now. Older muscles need protein more than younger muscles do, not less. Another mistake is relying only on supplements. Powders and pills may seem easy, but muscles respond best to real food. Food that comes with vitamins, minerals, and natural compounds that work together. There's also the too late myth. Many people believe once muscle is lost, it's gone forever. That belief alone stops progress. But research and real-life experience show something encouraging. Even in the 70s and 80s, muscles can respond positively when given the right signals. And food is one of the strongest signals there is. This brings us to the heart of today's message. There are specific foods that help aging muscles stay active, responsive, and supported. These foods provide the building blocks muscles need. They reduce the quiet inflammation that interferes with strength, and they help the body use protein more efficiently. You don't need all of them. You don't need them every day. But understanding them gives you control. In the next part, I'll walk you through practical, medically safe daily habits built around these foods, step by step, senior-friendly. No extremes. These are habits real adults over 60 can actually maintain. Habits that work with your body, not against it. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to eat in a way that supports strength, balance, and independence, starting with your very next meal. Now, let's bring this into real life. This is not about perfection. It's about clear, repeatable habits that gently support your muscles every day. These habits are food-centered, medically safe, and realistic for adults over 60. No extreme diets, no rigid rules, just steady support. Habit 1. Anchor. Every main meal with a muscle. Food-aging muscles need a clear signal. That signal comes from protein, but not just any amount. Instead of spreading tiny amounts all day, aim to include one solid protein source at each main meal. Think in simple terms. At breakfast, lunch, or dinner, ask yourself, what is my muscle food here? Examples include eggs, yogurt, fish, chicken, beans, or lentils. You don't need a large portion. You need a meaningful one. This helps your body recognize that muscle is worth maintaining. For many seniors, breakfast is the most overlooked meal for muscle. Toast and tea don't send a strength signal, but eggs or yogurt do. Even 2 eggs can make a difference. Habit 2. Choose foods that contain leucine naturally. Leucine is a key building block for muscle. Think of it as a switch that tells muscles to rebuild. Your body can't make it on its own. It must come from food. The good news is, you don't need to measure or count it. Foods naturally rich in leucine include eggs, dairy, fish, poultry, and soy-based foods. These foods speak the language your muscles still understand. Including one of these foods at a meal helps overcome age-related resistance to muscle building. This is especially helpful after 65, when muscles need clearer instructions. Habit 3. Don't fear healthy fats. That support muscle use. Muscle health isn't only about protein, it's also about how well your body uses it. Certain fats help reduce low-grade inflammation that interferes with muscle function. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are excellent choices. So are small amounts of olive oil, nuts, and seeds. You don't need large servings. A few times a week is enough. These foods support circulation and nutrient delivery to muscle tissue. They help protein do its job more efficiently. Habit 4. Pair protein with gentle movement. Food works best when muscles are reminded they're needed. This doesn't mean intense exercise, a short walk, standing up from a chair a few times. Light stretching. When movement follows a meal, even mild movement, your muscles become more receptive to nutrients. Think of movement as opening the door, and food as delivering the package. Together, they create a powerful message of use and purpose. Habit 5. Support digestion so protein gets absorbed. As we age, digestion can slow, and poorly absorbed protein doesn't help muscle. Chew slowly. Sit upright while eating. Avoid rushing meals. Including fiber-rich vegetables helps digestion work smoothly. So does staying well hydrated. Some seniors do better with softer protein foods like yogurt, eggs, or stewed legumes. That's perfectly fine. The goal is absorption, not toughness. The 7 essential foods that defeat muscle loss. Now let's bring this together. These are 7 muscle-supporting foods, especially valuable after 60. Eggs, easy to digest and rich in muscle-supporting amino acids. Greek-style yogurt provides protein and supports gut health. Fatty fish supports muscle use and circulation. Lean poultry, a familiar, reliable protein source. Beans and lentils, gentle, affordable, and effective. Tofu or soy foods, especially helpful for variety and balance. Nuts and seeds, small amounts, big support. You don't need all 7 every day. Rotating them through the week is enough. Consistency matters more than quantity. These foods tell your body something powerful. This body still needs strength. In the final part, we'll focus on reassurance, motivation, and why it is absolutely not too late to support your muscles, no matter your age. Say continue when you're ready for Part 4. Part 4. It's not too late to feel strong again. Let's end with something deeply important. If you're over 60, 70, or even 80, your body is not done. It is still listening. It is still adapting. And it is still capable of responding to care. Muscle loss may be common with age, but it is not a personal failure. It is not a sign that you waited too long. It is simply a signal that your body needs clearer support now than it did before. And the most reassuring truth is this: small changes matter more than you think. You don't need to eat perfectly. You don't need to follow strict plans. You don't need to overhaul your life. You only need to be a little more intentional. When you choose foods that support muscle, you are telling your body, I still need strength. I still want stability. I still value my independence. And the body responds to that message. Not overnight, not dramatically, but steadily. Week by week, meals become nourishment instead of just routine. Movement feels a little easier. Standing feels a little steadier. Confidence quietly returns. Many seniors believe decline is inevitable. But what's often inevitable is neglect, not age. When muscles are fed and gently used, they remember what to do. Even if you've lost strength, even if you've been inactive, even if you feel far from where you once were. Progress does not require comparison to your younger self. It only requires meeting your body where it is today. And today, your body is still capable of responding. Every egg, every serving of yogurt, every simple, balanced meal. These are not small things. They are daily votes for strength. So start simply. At your next meal, include 1 muscle-supporting food. At your next walk, remind your legs they matter. At your next grocery trip, choose nourishment over habit. You are not racing time. You are partnering with your body, and that partnership can carry you forward with more confidence, balance, and resilience than you may expect. If this message helped you understand your body better, let it stay with you. Return to it. Apply it gently. Share it with someone who needs reassurance too, because strength after 60 is not about pushing harder. It's about supporting smarter. And it is never too late to begin.